We can have some fun. We can pull the wheel off the ground. But that might not be all you're pulling. You could also be pulling a cylinder stud right out of that case. But not to worry, not to fear. We can make them stronger again. First have to clean out the old threads from the hole. Counterbore the hole, preparing it for the new threads. Once we align our threads properly with extreme precision, we can insert the time cert, getting it ready to install the new stud. You can see the studs left is stock, right is the aftermarket finished job. We're ready to start to rebuild. Wait, there's more. At final torque of 20 foot-pounds, the rocker arm support plate bolt started to pull the threads. You know, I've rebuilt this bike so many times, the aluminum is starting to shit the bed. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Here's the finished job. Let's revisit some of the carnage. I actually pulled a stud on each cylinder. There's nothing worse than when you back out a stud and all you see is a bunch of loose aluminum floating all over the place. It gets even better than that when you consider the carbon that builds up from the unstable cylinders. You got blow-by, you've got piston skirt damage, you got ringland damage, you've got scoring on the thrust side of that beautiful crosshatch cylinder, you've got the head that probably had a blown head gasket. Look at all that carbon in the combustion chamber. You got the intake port looks revolting and the piston probably doesn't look much better. Yeah, that's right, there it is. We have to verify the run out on the pinion side. We got 1 thou, which is still pretty darn good on the Dark Horse.
Got 10 over CPs going in the red flag.
Can rebuild him and make him stronger and faster. Lifters are a bitch. I've used every brand known to mankind. I'll try the fueling race ones here. They should work really well. Make sure when you do your valve adjustments that you replace all the O-rings. It's worth it, especially those ones in the top. I decided to replace the inner primary bearing and race on the main shaft. I didn't like how it was wearing, so what the hell, I replaced it all. The driveline is all Evolution Industries. The race clutch, the compensator unit with the ramp and springs are all a new heavy-duty product from them. Great stuff. The Trask camp cover is interfering with the front heat shield. There's only one thing to do. I didn't want to do it, but it fits now. I had to cut a 3x1/2 inch relief into the heat shield. I've done all the heat cycles, so let's fire it up and see how she rides down the road.